Hey, good morning, real dealers. This is Charles Blair, the mad scientist. And I'm here coming to you live on this blessed Sunday morning. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, well, Charles, you usually don't do a live broadcast on Sunday morning. Well, there's a reason why I'm doing this broadcast this morning. One is because I think the topic that I'm going to present to you is very powerful. Now, when I say that, it's not something that I have said before. It's something that I've talked about before. If you watched one of the posts that I put out on my actual Facebook page a couple days ago, I talked about this very subject. Your enemy is your inner me. And there was a lot of discussion about that subject. As soon as I put it out there, there was a lot of discussion. Well, what do you mean about this? When I was at the meeting, the Real Deal meetup event yesterday, there was a lot of discussion. What do you mean by your enemy is your inner me? Let me expound. First of all, Henry, thank you, my friend, for being on this broadcast. I'm not going to keep it long. I'm going to keep it short. So, back to what I was saying. We have all experienced this, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. We have experienced your enemy is your inner me. Now, here's what I mean. If I take me, and I'm going to use myself as an example. If I take me and put it in a crowd of my best friends 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, the individuals that I associated with, the individual who I gravitated to, they're going to either be part of your inner me, or it could make up the substance of your inner me. Now, here's what I'm saying. Everything we do has a cause and effect. I'm a firm believer that if something happens to me, I can, for the most part, trace it back to something that I did or didn't do. Now, most of the time, we call that taking responsibility. I urge you, as your friend, I urge you to look at everything that you're doing and determine whether or not it's part of the enemy or is it a relationship to your inner me. Let me expand. I'm looking at all these different opportunities. My job is there telling me, you can't do real estate. No, you got a 9 to 5. You have to go ahead and go to the office. You have to go ahead and support your family. Your spouse is telling me, nope, you got a 9 to 5. You can't go ahead and do real estate. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the education. You got to support your family. Your closest friends are telling you, nope, you got a 9 to 5, you got a job, you got friends, you got relations, you got things you need to do. People want to see you. You can't do real estate. And you believe it. You see, your enemy is your inner me because you believe that they're right. You believe that I can't go down this path. Little old me, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough information. I don't have enough knowledge. I can't really do this, even though I know my inner me is saying, yes, you can. You can. But because you have more faith in your enemy, you're likely to not listen to your inner me. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'm not calling your family, your friends, your job your enemy. I'm calling the way you give credence to what they say, to what they do, your enemy. My brother Mark, welcome to the broadcast. My long lost brother from another mother. Thank you, my friends, for tuning in quickly. Jason, thank you for being on the broadcast. Let's get back to what I was saying. Your enemy is your inner me. Every action has a reaction. So if you take credence into what somebody tells you, you can't do this. Somebody tells you you shouldn't do that. Someone tells you that this can't be. Then you, my friend, is your inner me. Mark, one of my best friends. Ark, another one of my best friends. Michael, another one of my best friends. When we grew up, we used to love Bruce Lee movies. I'm going to tell you, Enter the Dragon, Game of Death, Return of the Dragon. Man, every time we would go to these movies, next thing you know, we are kung fu experts. Kicking, spinning, screaming, you would name it. Oh. And one of my best philosophies that I've ever heard that someone ever said was Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee said, be like water. Formless, shapeless. When you put water in a glass, it becomes a glass. When you put water in a teapot, it becomes that teapot. Be like water. So in other words, you can hear the noise. Make your own noise. You can hear people say that you can't be successful. Shape your own form of success. Run with you. Be like water. This is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, signing out. And I want you guys to know we have a couple of events coming up. Real Meals and Deals Meetup, where we basically break down the real estate investing business while having a fantastic meal at Ida B Table. The 2-day distressed properties masterclass that's coming up at the Best Western Hotel, December 7th and 8th. And yes, our 5th annual Real Deal Meetup Cruise. I hope you guys will come and be a part of the community, because your enemy is inner me. Take care, and I'll see you guys on the next broadcast. We have to go in worship.